This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by GoDaddy.com, Netflix, PlaySwitch.com,
and Maybelline. I don't know, maybe Prater's born with it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
Alright, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put ear in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Diggnation, episode number 176. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the hottest weekly top user submitted stories on the social news website, dig.com, DIGG.com.
I love when you try to change and then halfway through you go, oh crap, I'm not going to get the information out.
So I'll go back to course.
Back to the regular one. Back to the normal one.
Exactly.
So we're here in San Francisco on what I have to say, I think turned out to be Sexy Time Couch. We got a lot of responses from the Sexy Time, Not Sexy Time Couch.
So what was it? Was that a poll or was that a...
It was a poll, but also we had emails.
Right. And the emails were
Do we have the back stats on those polls? Prager? Can we access old polls?
Sure.
How do I do that?
How can we pull that up?
On which poll?
Oh, look at all
The
these.
Sexy Couch poll. I know.
48
Sexy
emails
Couch.
for Sexy Couch.
Yeah. Stolen biological materials. That came up? That's
Yes.
amazing.
Give me a second to look it up.
That's all right. Just
Okay,
let us know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, no, I'm going to say Sexy Time Couch.
I agree.
It hasn't happened yet, has it though?
No.
Okay, good.
All right.
Dodged bullet one.
So, yeah, what else do we have to talk about up front? It's so weird not having like Michelob as a sponsor.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
or
Like
craft beers or like.
well, how about this? I was just about to say, congratulations,
Oh.
new president, and new vice president, and new people around the country, and also propositions. We have a couple actual. We have one of the propositions that got through in California, which we're going to talk about in our first story.
We are
But
indeed.
pretty crazy. I mean, let's take a second. Pretty momentous election.
Oh, dude, it was nuts. We had a current / dig party on the night of the election,
Yeah.
and
So a lot of McCain fans there.
no, not in
A current dig.com party.
not in San Francisco. San Francisco is very. I heard
funny.
a stat that there are only 8% or something like that Republicans in San Francisco.
That doesn't surprise me at
So
all.
it's pretty low.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. People partying in the streets. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a fun night.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. People got
What'd you
cars
do?
turned over. I actually went out to a restaurant called the Buildmore, something like that. One of Heather's friends was having a party. We went, and they were actually like, honestly, it was pretty crazy. They actually had, I mean, obviously they had the screens going with all the different election stuff, but the whole place got quiet when McCain gave his acquiescence, what do they call that speech? Concession speech.
Right.
And then also when...
I thought it was a classy speech.
It was a really classy
I thought
speech,
McCain
yeah.
was,
It was one of those things where I think it maybe it also is the cathartic release of all the people that weren't excited to have him be president. But I think people seem to get the vibe of, you know what, he's not as bad as I thought he was. You know what I mean? But I think it might have just been...
Like that was, he was speaking genuinely at the time.
Yeah.
Whereas the other times it's like
Sure.
trying to speak in a specific way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. But for me, it was really cool because it sort of was like one of those moments where it was like, not so bad. It was as good a concession speech as I think he could have given. And then went home and watched the Obama speech. And I have to say, I'm not a political guy whatsoever, and it was the first time I've ever watched a presidential acceptance speech.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a political guy either. Outside of this election really got me pumped up and excited about.
I don't think
for the first time I got really excited about
I think
politics.
that's exactly what this election did to everybody, which is so surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's not surprising, but it's really cool to see everybody be motivated. And we had a whole big Rock the Vote campaign on TRS where we tried to get people registered to vote and all that stuff. So it was really
It's
cool.
so funny because my family is like all Republicans.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm like the black sheep in the family. And so, I call my dad up and I was like, hey, Dad, how's it going? Like after the election? And like, he was not too happy, but it's okay. It'll be fine. But it's just funny when it's like there's that flip side of the family. You know?
Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I really have a dislike for politics is that it's so polarizing, and it's one of the reasons why we don't usually talk about politics or religion really, because it's so polarizing. Like, people's opinions are so set in stone and how they feel one way or the other that in expressing your opinions in those types of situations, all you really do is alienate other people. And it's been I think it's really rare to be able to sit down with somebody, have a conversation about politics or religion, and come away with a value add
Well,
from
it
the
all
other
depends
side.
on how you go into it, though, because I look at it this way. Like, when I was, one of the things I did for Dig when we were doing all this election stuff is I flew out to the DNC.
Yeah.
I was actually at the Denver Mile High Stadium to watch his acceptance speech there.
That's
I was
cool.
in that. It was freaking amazing. And then I went from there and I flew over to the RNC.
Yeah.
And went to one of the parties out there. For a big McCain party.
Yeah.
And because at Dig, we kind of have the level playing field, so it's like we got to go and represent it both. And
Which is cool.
yeah, it's just cool. And the thing about politics and the way I look at it is that, like, I'm just happy that people are out there getting excited about it. I think that's one of the coolest things about this country is you're allowed to voice this.
Yeah.
And, like, no matter how you feel, at least we can go out there and feel this way and go out there and praise. Like, if someone comes to me and they're like so pro McCain, I'm like, hey, like, my family's all Republicans. Like, that's freaking awesome. You know, like, whatever gets you motivated, man.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just glad people are getting excited about the political process.
It was definitely cool to see the massive turnout. I mean, it was like, did you have a hard time voting?
No, my polling place was like 2 blocks away.
You know what? Me neither. Every time they talk about, like, well, it's going to be hard. You vote early, blah, 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 or go to the blah, blah, blah. And I go, I'm standing in line for, 5-10 minutes. 10 people in front of me, maybe. Vote.
Yeah,
leave.
It was really easy for me too.
And they're like, well, it was crazy. It was a 7-hour chaos and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come to my polling area. Like,
Dude,
what?
San Francisco is so nuts. We had some of the craziest shit on our ballot. Did you get any crazy freaking things? Like, we had one
I don't think so.
We had one on our ballot that was to rename the sewage plant in San Francisco to the George W. Bush sewage plant.
What?
Just because they wanted to freaking honor him in that way by renaming it to the...
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit we get on our...
That is hysterical.
I know.
Petition.
Yeah, Glenn signed a petition to get it on the freaking...
I love hippie. That's so funny.
Hilarious, so.
Well, that's cool. Well, so congratulations. We'll see what happens. It's going to be...
I'm excited, man.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited. I'm excited. I wait with bated breath to see what happens.
I'm freaking stoked.
But speaking of which, let's get into our first story, which is, hello, California has a bullet train
Coming soon.
in 2027. Or maybe never. But we sure as hell are going to pay for it.
That's right.
So, bullet train gets approved in California. 2,524 people dug the story, submitted by Kay Curtis. Voters in California this week agreed to bankroll a multi-billion-dollar high-speed rail system. The bond measure will fund about 20% of the $45 billion price tag. When completed, the high-speed rail, 225 mile per hour, will connect San Francisco to San Diego.
So I saw this on the ballot, and I was looking at it, and I thought it was a shit ton of money, right? I saw that, and I'm like, okay,
It's like $9 billion. I
taxes
think.
are going up,
Well, it's a bond measure, no taxes, but go on.
Oh, no taxes, okay. So I saw that, and I'm like, oh, it's crazy, but dude, come on, bullet train.
Bullet train. Anything with the word bullet in it, I'm agreeing on.
Well, wait a second. Even though it's a bond measure, we still have to pay for it.
No, bond
Why?
measure, because bonds, the
Municipal bond.
municipal
is
bond
issued.
is issued, but it doesn't come out of taxpayers' money, or
Why?
it doesn't. You don't have to raise the taxes to pay for the bonds because it's built into the taxes that we're already collecting, but aggregated over 30 years. So you buy a bond,
Oh, okay.
and then they pay you more money than you paid for the bond. They use your money to build a train, and then as they do stuff in 30 years, they know, well, in 30 years we'll have enough money to pay off that guy plus interest because it's based on taxes in 30 years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Muni bonds are freaking great investment here in California.
They are.
And
They
they're
are.
exempt of federal and state taxes.
I know, which is
also
why
nice.
people really like them. So anyway, so it's a big deal. I got a few things to say about it. Initially was very excited because I was like, wow, I don't have to take this. I don't have to fly in a stupid SFO anymore. It'll be great. Oh my God, we're probably not going to be doing the show in San Francisco by the time that this is available for me to use.
Aren't they retrofitting some of the existing rail lines though? That's what they said.
Well, in this measure, not only does it build infrastructure for the actual high-speed rail, but it also makes more robust the infrastructure of the light rail feeding these stations where the bullet. So basically, if you live in Anaheim, if it goes through Long Beach and not Anaheim, there'll be light rail, more robust light rail from Anaheim to the bullet train station. So basically, they want to make it so that you can drive to the nearest station, park, and then that in and of itself will be part of the benefit of this bond program to get you to the bullet train.
Gotcha. Cool.
It's cool, dude. Bullet train. First off, have you been on a bullet train before?
I have not. I always wanted to go to one in Japan, but I didn't get a chance to make it out there.
And then there's one. Isn't there one that goes from France to something?
I did that one. I took the one from Paris to London.
The channel.
The channel. Yeah.
Is that bullet?
It's bullet-ish.
That's like 220.
Yeah, ish. It's fast as hell.
How was it? How long did it take?
4 hours.
I thought it was 2.
Maybe 2.5.
Wait a minute. You were 2 hours in a tunnel? Is it like a big tunnel?
No, it's a tunnel. Like you wouldn't like it.
I don't think I'm going to take the tunnel ever in my life.
It's a little claustrophobic because you like get underneath. It's about a half hour underneath the water.
It's a high-speed train. I think bullet train's a buzzword. Like any train that goes over 150 miles an hour is a fast-freaking train.
But that doesn't matter, man. Forget, who cares about that? The scary shit is taking the underground Muni here in San Francisco across the bay.
Oh, BART?
BART.
Oh.
Train's basement.
Why? Because it goes underneath
Is
the
it
bay,
leaking
under
and
the
shit?
water. No, it's not leaking. But if there's a fucking earthquake, you're fucked, dude. That thing's all the water's gonna collapse in on you, and you're gonna be like 500 feet underneath the water.
I'm never taking that. I'm going to go take the channel.
I know,
Dude, they can do it up all they want, but if Miss Mother Nature comes in and
Dude,
goes,
if there's an earthquake, I'm
that
getting
tube
out.
shouldn't exist.
I'm getting out of the train as fast as possible.
And then swimming?
No. If the water starts rushing in like a tidal wave, I'm just gonna ride it out. Like just like.
So you're gonna. So this is your plan. If there's an earthquake, and somehow the thing cracks,
Well, it's gonna stop.
You're gonna get out of the
train's gonna
train.
stop. If there's an earthquake, the train's gonna stop.
And you're gonna get out of the train, and you're gonna ball up into a fetal position, and you're gonna ride the tsunami out
Out
the
of
tube.
the tube.
And then
Back into San Francisco.
is it gonna land you onto the couch here?
Pretty much.
Is it gonna be like Hudson Hawk, where you're like, whoosh? Well, that was a good choice.
Yeah.
I guess the fetal position does work in tsunamis.
You're dead. You're dead.
I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah.
Hard to not think about. Every time you ride.
Oh,
I
dude.
wouldn't do it.
I
I
think
couldn't
about
do it.
every time I go across the East Bay, I
I'm
think about it.
claustrophobic. I'm a little on the side of. I'm more on the side of is claustrophobic than not claustrophobic.
Can you ride the subway in New York?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Even when it gets packed as hell.
The packed as hell stuff is when it starts to get. Well, you guys remember when we were in Japan and I was like, bro, this exit better be next stop because this is hard.
No, in the elevator.
What?
When
Elevator?
Pegger was fucking with you and you got pissed.
Oh no, that I did get pissed because it was a slow elevator. It was like, oh, it's broken, and then I was like,
Yeah, Pegger. Remember that, Pegger? You were like,
horrible.
oh, it's broken, it's broken.
Dude, you guys saw that video of people getting pushed into
I saw that, dude. I saw that, and I was like, never going there ever. So, but I think in the bond measure, it is for the guys with the sticks to push you into the bullet train. So we're gonna have that, which is good. How great would that be?
That would be freaking awesome.
I love it.
All right.
Anyway.
So, next story.
So bullet train, good work. We shall see how far it goes, so to speak.
To San Diego.
Yeah.
3,093 people. 3,093 people like the story
Did you
submitted
just
by
abridge
Zook.
that?
Microsoft has officially retired Windows 3.1. An application has unexpectedly quit. Windows 3.x has come to the closing moments of its
Genius.
life. On the 1st of November, Microsoft stopped issuing licenses for the software that made its debut on May 1990 in the United States. Versions of Windows 3.x, including 3.1, released in the early 90s, was the first of Microsoft's graphical user interfaces.
I remember I loved Windows, like fucking around with Windows.
I
and
almost
upgrading
want to
a new-
run it again, like just to get back to those days. Like
I know.
Because
Do you
things are
remember
so
how
much
you
simpler.
get like the disc that you put in to like install the new drivers for your video card, and
It was just simpler times.
It was a simpler time. It was a simpler time.
Glenn and I had some beer the other night called Simpler Times. What was it called? Is that Simpler Times? Was it Simpler
That's
Times?
I
awesome.
went into the beer store and I was like, what beer should I get? And I didn't even, I was like,
He wasn't even thinking. He just picked up something called
You're
Simpler
like,
Times.
simpler times.
That's exactly it. And he goes, "Would you like some beer?" And I look at him like, "Simpler times, dude. Are you like depressed and like?"
He's like, no, I'm just thinking about a time when Amish people ruled the world and sticks were made into weapons.
Simpler times.
Simpler times.
So wouldn't that be great though? There
Dude,
needs.
I would love to. Although, bro, I was doing IT on Windows NT, and let me tell you, that was a freaking headache.
IT on Windows NT. Oh yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Oh, dude.
Windows NT was a bitch.
Do you remember Novell Networks? We had Windows 3.1.
Yes, I was a Novell certified administrator.
I know. That stuff was also like, it was when networking wasn't built into the operating system.
I was a NetWare 4 certified admin.
How crazy is that to think that networking, like network connectivity, was not built into computer software?
It was an NT4.
No, I know, but I mean before, like Windows
Oh, I know.
3.1, you had to actually get a network card and install Novell. You had to log in through a separate outside thing.
I didn't even go online in Windows 3.1.
I did.
I didn't through Windows. I would jump out to DOS and I'd use, oh gosh, this is gonna kill me. What was the modem dialer software, Telex?
There's Telex.
I used Telex and Q something. Q-modem. Q-modem Pro. I use Q-modem Pro to connect. Q-modem Pro is good. Telex was fast as hell.
I skipped over all that
All
stuff.
the different protocols for downloading.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I skipped over all that
Z-modem's the
stuff.
only one you used anyway.
Yeah, I know, but I skipped over a lot of that stuff because that was the stuff I used to connect to BBSs.
Right.
But I skipped over doing that to get to the internet because when I moved into college, we had Ethernet, 100 megabit Ethernet,
Right. But
which was crazy because then I just used like Windows 3.1 with Novell connected to the it was so great.
See,
dude.
right around that time, that was Windows 95 though.
No, that was that was the next year because I remember I got a pirated copy that summer.
You might have been on the internet a year before I
94,
did.
yeah.
So at 94, I got an AOL, and that was my connection to the internet.
Yeah, no. I did.
And that was through AOL software inside of Windows.
Yeah.
And
because I remember I had to go and buy a PCI card, and it was the first PCI card I'd ever had, and they only sold the PCI card.
Dude, there wasn't PCI back then.
Yeah, oh no, I had a PCI
In
Ethernet
95,
card.
no way.
Oh, most definitely.
Dude,
I remember buying it for going to college.
There was Visa Local Bus and
Yep,
ISA.
nope, look it up, look
Okay,
it up,
all
look it
right,
up, look it up.
PCI card. Here we go. Wikipedia. PCI Local Bus. Dude, PCI was not
Dude,
95,
I moved into
man.
college.
PCI.
July 93.
Damn, you're right. Holy shit.
Because I remember the
you're
first
right,
PCR
you're right,
card
you're
I
right.
ever got was my PCI Ethernet card
right.
for my computer to go to college in 94.
Damn, that's right.
I was so jazzed.
Did you ever use Visa Local Bus?
I don't think I did. I think I might have skipped that.
I got that right? Visa Local Bus? Some of these terms I get VLB card. Yeah, Visa Local Bus. Yeah.
I don't know.
You never used one? Remember the big long?
the big
'cause
long
it was
ones.
the
Yeah.
ISA with the extended, with the little twos at the end.
I did that stuff.
Yeah,
but for
dude.
me, it was great because it was like I connected. I had I did a WSFTP was great, and that was when like you would look on for lascivious stuff on FTP because you would like search for the FTPs with like some code name.
Yeah, WSFTP
files.
was great. It was a good Windows.
It was great, and then I used like Pegasus Mail or Eudora back in the day.
Eudora,
and
yeah.
I remember it was crazy because other people were using text-based internet email, and I was like, that's so funny to me. We have this thing. It's called Eudora Mail or Pegasus. You know what I mean? Like it was like this thing. Fucking love, dude. That stuff made me. Now I feel like computers aren't special anymore. Do you know what I mean?
What was the mail that I used? Pico. I think it was Pico Mail is what I used.
Pico Mail?
Yeah, I think that's what I used.
Pine. A lot of people use Pine.
Yeah, well, I think I used Pico. I don't remember. Anyway.
Yeah, but I feel like computers aren't as special as they used to be.
Is that okay? Here's the question.
I mean, it's a good thing because that means everybody has email and like can, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but let me ask you a question, and think about this for a second.
Okay.
When I first got into computers, and we both first got into computers, it seemed like there was something magical about them.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know what it was. It was just like everything was so exciting, right? And you wanted to learn every little aspect about them.
Yeah.
And I find that today, like,
And when
all
they
I
broke,
want-
it was like an excuse to learn how to fix it.
Right.
It wasn't like, God damn, you know what I mean?
Right.
It sucked, but then it was like fun because you were like, I'm gonna solve this puzzle.
Right. And
Now it's like, I want to throw this across the street, and I hate you,
now
company that made my thing.
I just want it to run.
I know.
Is that an old person thing? Like, do kids today now like have that kind of like, I want to break it down, tear it apart?
I don't know.
learn
You
about
guys,
it?
you guys should email us if you still have that feel of like
you get up and you get like butterflies because you want to get on the computer and learn about it.
and you know, or your computer breaks the night before, and you're happy to wake up in the morning because you get to continue to
fix
try
on
to
it,
fix
yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
I
hope so. I think so. Well, there's a lot of like homebrew stuff that's going on, like hacking and modding and stuff like that.
I thought about this. I actually want to start getting into homebrew stuff. I want to start. I want to start making my own little boards and freaking programming the chips and shit like that. Well, I want to make little tiny robots and stuff.
I want to start making
that be
World of
fun?
Warcraft add-ons. I'm gonna go back and start coding again.
Really?
I read this book, this O'Reilly book that's not out yet, but it's all about programming for games and programming gaming stuff. Like, it's really great book, but it's one of the sections that I've really found amazing was this whole thing on how to make World of Warcraft add-ons. And I was like, I totally understand all this stuff. I want to make some and have like, it was great. It was great. It was very like inspiring.
That's
you know
cool.
What I mean? Yeah.
I felt the same way about
Anyway.
iPhone stuff. I kind of want to write some stuff for the iPhone.
Yeah. Well, you know my cat app that didn't come to fruition. Anyway, all right, next story. Did you go or would I go? I think I go, right?
Yep, it's your turn.
Okay. Heidi Klum strips down in Guitar Hero World Tour commercial. Did you see this, by the way?
I did not.
Okay, good for you. Anyone watching for last night Monday Night Football likely caught a glimpse of Heidi Klum as she jiggled for Guitar Hero World Tour. Activision's going for the zipper in the newest Guitar Hero spot, one that swaps out Bryant, Phelps, A-Rod, and Hawk for a solo Clem. Smart move. Check. Watch this shit. You ready?
Volume.
That's happening.
Full screen.
That button doesn't exist.
Just take those old records off the shelf. I said to listen to 'em by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul.
What?
Like that old time rock and roll.
First off,
Still like that old time rock and roll.
she's had babies. You know what I mean? Like, that chick is
Unleash your inner rock star. Guitar Hero
Smoking.
World Tour. Play with the guitar or expand to the band.
I would like to purchase that game.
Have you not played the game?
Not the new one, no.
Oh, it's good. It's fun.
Is it? Is
It
it
is.
better than the other?
Potato.
Really?
To me. Yeah, I think Rock Band 2 has more songs because you can have all the Rock Band 1 songs plus all the downloadable content for the original Rock Band 1 and the
okay.
new downloadable, so there's way more songs. This one has the songs that come with the game.
Okay.
But can we talk about Heidi Klum for a second?
Yes, we can.
Can we talk about how amazingly hot she is?
She is extremely
And how hippie
smoking.
is eating grubs? What the fuck is that, hippie?
What are you eating?
I look over and he's like rolling stuff,
He
making a
always brings
fajita.
like homemade shit to my house. Like, where'd you get that? His girlfriend made it.
Vegan chef.
Yeah, I don't. You made it. What is it?
Simple pasta.
Oh, simple pasta.
Oh, it's a simple pasta.
That's nice.
It's a simple vegan pasta.
Yes.
With some veganness.
She's very attractive though.
Very hot, dude. Man. Well, and also good, like great idea for an ad campaign. You know what I mean? Like going off the whole, not bachelor party. What the hell? Risky business motif. You know what I mean? I dig on that.
Awesome.
Are you a big fan of the rhythm-based games?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just play the guitar though. That's the only thing I can play.
The guitar for Guitar Hero is really cool. It has these touch screens up on the front, so that you know how like the new Rock Band one has keys here and then keys here you can solo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, this one has keys here and then a flat touch screen.
Well, the old one
here.
had that too. Keys here and keys here.
Yeah. Well, but this one has like a flat screen, so you can actually do slides.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So you like slide through and you get points for sliding around. It's freaking.
That's pretty sweet, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Anyway.
Cool.
She's hot. 1, 2 touch the
Very
hiney.
hot.
Next story.
Next story of the day, CNN Hologram TV First, 5,625 people, excuse me, dug this story submitted by Father. That's a weird dig username.
That's all right. Mother's pretty good too.
You've seen this, right?
35 high
I did.
definition cameras ringing me. In a ring around me, I'm in the center, and they shoot my body at different angles, and I'm told that
How
transmits
crazy
what
is
looks
that?
like an entire body image back there to New York. These cameras, I'm told, talk to the cameras in New York, so they move, and they know when to move when the
Now-
cameras in New York move.
Wow.
And, it
So
looks
we've
a
been
little
told some
different
information has
from a
come
real
out
person there,
about
but
this
it's-
since
I
it
guess,
happened.
yeah, Jim said that the guys who helped do this were actually the old Tug TV guys.
Which is pretty cool.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, so apparently they added the blue glow effect around her on
Yeah.
purpose to make it not look so freaky,
Because I guess it looked too real,
too
as
real.
they said.
Which I actually prefer the hologram type blue look.
I agree, because it's like if you're gonna do something
You wanna
ballsy,
know-
you want to know I'm projecting a hologram in your eyes.
Right.
Because that's how the technology works, right? It beams the light into your eyes.
Into your eyes, pretty
Okay.
much. No, isn't that awesome? No, it looks amazing.
It's crazy. Well, I thought we would maybe experiment a little bit, do a couple episodes of Diggnation where I'm in my couch down in LA,
Dude, if we could pull that off, that would
and
be
you
awesome.
are up here, and we comp me in or something.
Wouldn't that be sweet if you were just like, just like there, and we could be like,
It'd be amazing.
I'd look at a screen, and it would just be your head, and I could be
Be
like,
like-
hey. I wonder if that would work.
And then I look over, and you're just like,
I bet you we could do that. That would be really sweet.
well, first off, they're pumping some major data back and forth.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that is some major data. So we'll have to get satellite time.
Do it in post.
We can do it in post and just fake it.
I wonder how that would work.
You know what? I did that with way back in the day when Girls on Film was up and running. We actually shot an episode where Heather was in LA and Suzanne was in New York. Girlsonfilmshow.com. Rever still exists, right? They didn't go out of business?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, new player. That's funny. I haven't seen this in so long. Let me just see if I can get to a display all thing. Why would she be in New York? What would it be for, holiday-wise? Think of a holiday.
Christmas. New Year's.
Yeah, Christmas or New
Thanksgiving.
Year's. Thanksgiving. Let's try November.
How did you do it? How did you pull it off, though?
Well, that's the thing. And so we shot Suzanne. Like they literally just were, they just started the show and shot it so that I was shooting Heather, and Suzanne's brother was shooting Suzanne. We got them set up on the right sides of the camera, had them call in on a telephone, and then after they were on the telephone, they synced up on the telephone, and then I edited them together afterwards. So they basically like started talking on the phone. I can't remember. Now I feel like I don't remember how I did it. Oh man, I wish I knew what episode it was.
It's all right. We can come back.
Yeah, I'll find it. But it was pretty cool. I mean, it was definitely something that I remember going like, oh, that's a good way to solve that problem. You know what I mean? Like
Having people in remote locations.
yeah, was she? Oh, maybe it was when she was out there for the Spider-Man 3 premiere.
We'll put it in the We'll put it in the end.
Yeah. Just to
people
show
get-
you a little bit, like a clip of it, so you can see what it looks like. But anyway, yeah, it was really cool. So it was like a cool way to kind of like. That's Rever, right? REVER.com, right? Or is it VV?
It's two V's.
Put in the two V's and it came back.
They're still around.
Interesting.
So one more story for.
Yeah, well, let's do some sponsors real quick.
Yep.
Real quick. Last month, obviously, we were in London, thanks to Virgin. We shot at Virgin's HQ, and we told you about a contest to win a signed copy of Richard Branson's new book, Business Stripped Bare, or a Sony ebook reader with a copy of the book already loaded onto it. Well, we've got some winners, and they are
Damian Miller,
and
Kevin Dibble.
hey, Kevin Dibble, congratulations, guys. And thanks to the Virgin teams, virgin.com. You can also follow the Virgin guys at twitter.com/virgindot.com.
Awesome.
As it were, yes.
GoDaddy introducing website hosting and unlimited disk space and bandwidth from GoDaddy.com. The plan includes 1,000 email accounts, so you can sign up you and 1,000 of your friends, a free SSL certificate, 24/7 support, and free access to GoDaddy Hosting Connection, the place to install over 50 free applications like WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, OS Commerce, and more. All that for less than $15 a month. It's a great value. Plus, when you enter the code DIG1 when you check out, you save an additional 10% off your entire
Now that you're
order.
here.
That's 10% off your entire order. Some restrictions apply. See that site for details. Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com.
Correctamundo Play Switch is a web marketplace that allows gamers to set their own price to buy and sell video games that they have. Amazing. All transactions are guaranteed, no waiting in line. Kick-ass customer support, special offers for Diggnation viewers, which are you guys. You ready for this? If you enter the promo code Diggnation when you sign up, you will be entered to win a free copy of Wrath of the Lich King,
Nice.
Mirror's Edge, or a collector's edition of Fable 2.
Awesome, which I have.
We both like Fable 2, so we threw that in there as well. So thanks to the guys at Play Switch.
Awesome. Netflix, thanks to Netflix for sponsoring Diggnation. With Netflix, you can rent over 90,000 titles online, including lots of Blu-ray titles, with free shipping both ways from your home. I just recently got a new movie in, and I can't think what the name of it was.
Something?
I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it is amazing. Memento.
You haven't seen Memento yet?
Everyone says it's amazing.
Oh my God, bro!
I
You're
got
going to love it.
I got it on Blu-ray. I'm very excited. So that will be my movie to watch this week. They have over 40 shipping centers, and most deliveries happen within just one business day. So you heard me say Memento. If you want to watch it tomorrow, you can go to www.netflix.com/Diggnation and get a 2-week free trial. They'll ship it out to you, and then boom, you'll be able to watch it.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, last episode. By that I mean story. I don't know why I became Oprah there. I was like, last story of the episode. An experiment with Google Suggest. 4,483 people dug this story, submitted by Awesome-tastic1. The title or the text on this? Awesome. So this is an image of a guy who used Google Suggest. So Google Suggest is where you type in and it shows you the results. It like feeds it through the results.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yes. Well, this
I
guy
love doing this.
had an experiment where he wrote in. So he wrote in a couple. I'll just read off a couple of these. So it says, "It's easy to," is what he wrote in. And the results that he got were, it's easy to get pregnant, it's easy to get HIV, it's easy to be young, which is the highest. It's easy to be young. It's so funny. It's easy to learn guitar, it's easy to play the banjo.
No, is it easy to?
Oh, is it easy to? Sorry. Well, all that stuff still is the same.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. Is it safe to, and the results in order is it safe to eat snow? Was the highest return.
Isn't that weird that people want to know that? That means that more people type that in than anything else.
Than anything else. Is it safe to eat
And
snow?
just to let you people know, it is not safe. I've had several friends that have died from eating snow.
That's the result.
Yes,
And,
if you
and
eat
Kevin
snow, you will
stands
die.
by that as a PhD of snowology.
That's right.
Or snowalisms.
I'm doing it right
is it
now.
okay to be fat? Be fat is the number one answer. To lie
That makes sense.
comes in close second. Is it okay to cry? Isn't that interesting?
Huh.
Is it okay to cry?
I'm typing in different things just to see what I'll get.
Yeah, what are you getting? Flag it if you get something
I
good.
like to
Ooh,
eat.
this is huge. Is it good to you? Is it good to you? It got 209 million results. Type that in. What does that even mean? Type it. It's probably a song or something. Is it good
that's
to
what it
you?
is.
Do it.
Cooking turkey is the first one.
Cooking games is pretty good. Is it good to you? I want to know what it is.
Is it good to you? Okay. It's a lyrics.
Is it legal to download music? Is the top choice.
These are all fascinating though. It's
Yeah,
always
why
kinda-
is? That's kind of cool. Why is education so important? 60 million people. Or 60 million.
Who is? It's the Joe the plumber.
Barack Obama.
Like Congressman Barack Obama.
Winning the debates. That's funny. Because it's also current.
Who is Googling me? Interesting. That's one of the ones. People want to know who's Googling them.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, Google Trends is kind of cool. Or what's the other one that does? Why am I here? Wow. That's very... It has 182 million results.
Let's see how far down David Prager is. If I type in David space
P.
I get David Price.
He's not on there yet.
David Phelps, PR.
R. Wait.
Pratt.
No,
Price,
not yet.
Pryor. A. Pratt.
No,
Pratton.
Pratton. G.
Oh.
David Prager. De Beers? What is David Prager De Beers?
This is what I get. There's 2 results for David Prager. It's David Prager's Twitter.
And David Prager De Beers.
De Beers. Let's type in Glenn the hippie. Glenn, you can see what people are typing in.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Oh, you know what? They might do a hippie Glenn. Hippie Glenn!
Glenn!
Hippie Glenn Netflix mix.
Oh my God, that's in there. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Okay, let's see how many letters it takes.
That's what they were looking. People were typing that in.
Okay, so now we're gonna do a little competition here, real quick. How many letters it takes to see your name in the suggest? Okay, we'll do. Wait, whoa! Back up. No, we're not doing it yet. We're doing it live, and we're gonna see.
Let's tell people how they can play along at home.
Okay, so go
It's
to google.com
google.com/suggest, right?
Suggest.
No,
or it's just google.com. Google does Google Suggest.
Does it by default now?
It
Or
should
did
be.
you have to turn that on? Just in case, I think it does it by default now. If not,
Yes.
type in Google
Okay.
Suggest and it'll
Oh, go
it'll
to
take you
Google
there.
Labs and then go to Google Suggest because that way it'll
Yeah,
be.
labs.google.com.
And then Google Suggest.
And Google Suggest, upper
Okay.
right-hand corner.
So-
graduates of labs.
Yeah, so but
So
just
it
click
actually
it.
made it. It's in Google now. It's just
Right,
like,
but I mean, if you click it, then we'll make sure. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so go to Google.
okay.
Go to Google. Okay, here
And
we
then
go.
As you start typing,
As you
you'll
start
see
typing,
the
we're going to see
suggested.
some mistakes. So we're going to, okay, first letter is K.
Kelly Bubuk, Kmart,
Kmart,
Katy
Kohl's,
Pierre, Kimbo
Kim
Slice,
Kardashian.
KFC.
Okay, 2.
K.E. Kelly Bubuk, same stuff.
Ooh, Kevin Rudolph.
Kenny, Chelsea,
Keith Oberman, okay.
Keller Williams.
Here we go. V,
So now we got
looking good.
Kevin Smith, Kevin
Kevin Smith,
Bacon, Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Jones, Kevin Costner. I, N, okay, here we go. It's got to be the next letter. Okay, here we
Okay.
go. Space, wait, R.
There we go.
Kevin Rose. Okay,
Kevin
so
R.
5 letters. 5 letters. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Back it out. Okay,
A.
wait for it.
Amazon,
AOL,
Auto Trader,
okay.
Apple,
L,
Aldo, Alta Vista, Aluk,
okay.
All Recipes,
E, wait.
Alexander the Great.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, nice. Alex Jones.
Okay.
Alec Baldwin.
Okay, X.
Alex. Nothing.
Okay,
Alex
space.
Space.
A.
Number
There
2.
I am.
Alex Albrecht. Nice. We're still the
Boom.
same. First.
It's about the same.
Now,
So
what if you
first
just
name
type
and
in
the first letter.
What if you just type in your name and search your first name? Second. I got a second result.
Second result, yeah. Okay, try me. That's kind of cool.
I get first.
Okay, hit A. Oh, I'm pretty far down there because all those weird acronyms.
Dude, who owns Alex.com? You should get that shit. Do you know who?
I don't know. Look up who is. What are we talking about? So anyway, so this is great. Google suggests why could and the highest result. And
Oh, it's for
you
sale.
stand on the sun. What?
Dude, you
It's
gotta
for
buy
sale.
Alex.com, man.
How is it for sale?
There's nothing on it.
Doesn't mean it's for sale.
You're right. Okay, sorry.
I was like, you mean it's available? I'll get it right now. It's crazy. Anywho, super fun. I love playing around with little itty bitty witty
Yeah,
bitty
totally.
bitty bitty giddy giddies, as it were. Well, cool.
That's
Let's
it.
do some emails, shall we?
Yep.
All right.
Let me start with picture email.
Okay.
This is always fun. I've got 2 picture emails actually.
I love it.
This one's called Cool Dog. Hey guys, I saw that picture of the Cool Dog in the last Diggnation. Check out some of these shots of him from Stephen Kinnick. This is Cool Dog. Hey, check this out, Glenn.
Cool dog.
Cool dog.
Riding along with little lady.
Somebody sent that in.
Riding along
Prayer.
with little lady.
Cool Dog.
Cool dog and his girlfriend in their Acura Integra. I believe that's an Acura Integra.
Oh, you
He's just chilling.
Pimp. He used the flop feature.
Well, because normally.
Yeah. And then what's the other one?
Here's this Cool Dog doing. This one's at a
Drinking problem
drinking
meeting.
problem meetings for people with Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yep.
So, Cool Dog's dealing with that.
Yep.
So,
So what was the other email you said you got?
oh yeah, the other email is this one is from.
Oh,
Hold on, let me get to that email. Start emails.
that was it right there. No. Back.
Back one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Hey Kevin and Alex, I emailed you I email you often, but never get on the show. I'm
Here
a
you
true
are.
female fan.
Look
I
at
saw
this.
the beer you had on your show a while back called Land Shark, so I picked some up.
Yep.
It's one of my favorites, both to drink and to bathe in. I've been a fan for over a year now.
No, yes.
But
She said
I
bathe.
went back and watched every episode. Enjoy, Sandra. So Sandra
Show the PG one.
put on her dig shirt and then decided to basically pour beer all over her breasts.
Which is fine. We can't tell people to do and not do things on the show.
And that's her.
That's what we do.
Pouring.
And the good news is she actually sent us a PG version to use on the show and an R version to use on the show.
Sorry.
You're zoomed in, so you can't hear you can't see my comedy winking?
No, I was zooming in on her nipple.
Oh,
This is the R
There's
version
Glenn.
actually.
Sorry, winking.
are you sure? I don't think that is.
She sent a hardcore one.
I think so.
No.
I don't know. Go to the email. Yeah, click on that one, the top one. The top
Oh,
one.
that's the one I just showed.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
You got the R version.
you got the R version. That's how lovely we are. Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks for sending that in. Hello. Right? That just brightened up the day, didn't it?
You're hilarious, man.
Made the show
Hello.
roll.
So what was the PG version then? If that's...
She airbrushed out her nipples so we could put it on the show.
Oh no, she just hadn't gotten the full nipple wet yet.
No, it's the same. It's the exact same set of pictures.
She just airbrushed it out a little
Yes.
bit. Gotcha.
All right. Well, also speaking of T-shirts, did want to say this. We got this email. We got a few emails like this. Where are the T-shirts? This is from Blake Hall. Kay, Kevin, Alex, Prager, and Hippie. To you, Glenn. I love that. That's what he is now. I've been watching the show for a long time now. I love it. All the emails with everyone in their Diggnation T-shirt. I was going to get myself one, but every time I check online at Jinx, they were sold out. I waited and waited until finally I checked again later and find that no T-shirts are listed there anymore. What happened? Where did they go? Is this part of the Revision 3 cutbacks? It is not. If Jinx doesn't sell them, where can I get them? eBay's not an auction. That's just nasty. I love that.
I think this is a question for Prager.
Well, it is a question for Prager that I asked him and he answered, which is we are going to be putting out a Revision 3 web store.
Nice.
And speaking of which, congrats on Digg.com launching their new web store.
Shop.dig.com.
Shop.dig.com. So basically, Revision 3 is selling merchandise now, going to be selling it through Revision 3 themselves. And so the shirts have gone away temporarily. Let's just put up a little sign that says, be back soon.
How long?
Fishing.
Before Thanksgiving.
Oh, before Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving.
Okay, so any day now.
Any day now. Could be
Cool.
there now. Well, that is it. If you would like to send us an email, please feel free to do so. DiggnationFans@gmail.com. Also, follow us up on Twitter. Twitter.com/Alex Albrecht.
And Twitter.com/Kevin Rose.
That is it for this week's edition of Diggnation. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose.
I love that we say our names twice
We
in
don't
a
know
sentence.
why. We've done it so long now. Ding, ding. And Maybelline. I don't know. Maybe Prager's born with it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
That way they have to use Prager.
I love it. I love it. This is a smart way to use his name against him.